Coach, if you want to start with an opening statement, feel free. Otherwise, we'll take questions after that.
Okay. I think our opponent that we're playing is an extremely dangerous opponent, Western Kentucky University. They're picked by second or third in a couple of pre-media things. I think this is a team that's capable of winning their conference. They're extremely athletic. And although they've lost a lot of guys, they've replaced a lot of guys with junior college guys and guys that have been in their programs in the past, which means we're watching a lot of we're watching people on tape that we're not going to play against. So it kind of makes coaches and players uneasy because we really don't have a good look at what we're going to go against. But no doubt these guys are extremely athletic, and they can really run. They're fast, and they're playing at home, which is a huge advantage. We'll be down there in the heat. We'll be a lot hotter than what we've been practicing in, but so be it. Questions?
Where do you feel like you guys are, after the whole off season, and now you're here at game week, putting in a new system? How confident are you in what you have?
You know, people talking about going through camp and grinding through camp, and that's not what we do. We do not grind. We find out where we're at. We feel that we're in a good situation. We feel like we're in a good place. We won't know until after the game on Saturday. And that'll be our first contest, coaches and players in there together, and we'll know a lot more about our players, and our players will know a lot more about our coaches, and we'll know a lot more about this football team at the conclusion of the game. Hopefully we'll be smiling.
Is there a measuring stick in regards to yards or points that you expect or want to put up to know that the system is clicking the way you want?
It's not about yards, it's about scoring, and as long as we score one more than them, that's fine. I think that we're playing a football team with a head coach that has a lot of NFL experience. Okay, you watch them on tape and they know what they're doing. I mean, schematically they're right. So it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a contest.
Sometimes when you see high-scoring affairs, like with an offense goes high and flying, like you want to bring in the defense, sometimes it's almost like the floodgates open. Do you fear that at all with your defense?
No, I don't. I think that when you have a good defense, you need to put it on the field. The defense is the best part of your football team. Put them on the field, because if they're on the field, only good things are going to happen. The more they go out there, the better they're going to play if they're the best part of your team. So that doesn't, I look at things totally different than other people. I think we'll be fine with our defense out there playing a lot.
Coach, how important is a quick start for you guys in this game? I know the quarterback has like some absurd stat of, I think it was like 22 for 24 and like 3 touchdowns in the first drive of 9 starts. So how important would be a quick start for you guys?
You know, that would be great, but again, this defensive coordinator, Nick Holt, has played this offense before. He was the defense coordinator at Washington when I was the wide receiver coach at Baylor, and we played in a bowl game. He probably has more experience than any other DC that we're going to play this year. This is his second time going around, and I'm sure in that game that there was mistakes that he made, and he was hoping that he could get another shot at this style of offense. Now, we don't have RG3 back there, but we like MJ, and we'll go play with him. But I think it's going to be a little bit more difficult. I think it's going to be more difficult than what people think, and I know that Nick Holt is a heck of a defensive coach, and he's going to have a scheme or a plan for our offense. And Coach Braun, with his offensive mind and his NFL background, is going to have a scheme and a plan for our defense. So we just got to make sure that we can weather the storm coming out, and I don't know if a fast start is really realistic based off the people that we're playing, especially down at their place.
With their quarterback having experience in their system, in what ways does that help them coming into their first game?
Oh, it's huge. Totally relaxed, knows what he's going on, knows what he's doing. You know, J-Dub, I told you earlier, I said that the second year of our offense will be when the quarterback really finds his groove and the offense really finds its groove. Until you have to go through it, you know what I mean, so that you know what you know. And I think it's a big advantage for their quarterback to be having the same system 2 years in a row, and for a little bit of a disadvantage for our quarterback to be going out there for the first time.
Is it nice to get the game week after such a long off season? Like, hey man, we're ready to play, you know?
It'd be really nice to have all the media stuff done on one day so that you can do all the other days of football. But no, it's great to finally to be going home and seeing the talk shows and the Big Ten Network and everybody trying to predict what's going to happen. It's fun to finally get to the point where we get to play games and all the predictions are over and we get to find out exactly where we're at.
Is there an advantage in the fact that they can look at Eastern Illinois tape and see your system? They can look at Bowling Green tape and see personnel, but they can't really merge the two?
It's an advantage for them. I mean, they can see what we've grown up to be, what we've blossomed out to be, and then they can check the personnel. I think it's a huge advantage for their staff over our staff. It's probably what's been keeping me up at night, although 4:15 this morning, 3:15 yesterday, 4:15 this morning. So I got an hour better. See what we can get by game time.
Just to follow up on that, Coach, you mentioned the fact that obviously first-year head coach down in Western Kentucky, and you lost a lot of players off of last year's team. Talk about the unique challenges that you have in scouting a program with a first-year coach and a lot of new players.
There is no scout. The advantage goes totally into their corner. I mean, Coach Braun was there last year. I'm sure he had a lot of input. There's no doubt about that with his experience. But Coach Petrino is an offensive guy. I'm sure he was involved in the play calling and had a lot of impact on which way the game plan went. With this being Jeff's first game out, we have no idea where he's going to go. He has the advantage of being with his kids for over a second year, a year and a half, so they have a great feel for him, and he has a great feel for what their kids are going to do in a game situation where we're going in kind of naked. So we believe we know what our guys are going to do, but we really won't know until we get into a game.
Any health or eligibility updates for us? Everybody good to go for Friday?
NC2A eligibility updates? No. And healthy, seems like everybody's going to be healthy for the game.
How'd your first game at Eastern Illinois go, and was there anything from that you can apply here?
The first game against Eastern Illinois, we played a team called Southern Illinois, which was actually their very last game, and the previous year. So the team they played in the last game was the team we opened up with the first game. And in the last game, I believe they lost by 35 points, and in the first game, we won by 35 points. It's playing the exact same team, but again, that game was at home at Eastern Illinois, which I think is a huge advantage. Going on the road is definitely a disadvantage for your first game.
Anything else?
Have you selected the video for the first road trip of the year?
God dang you, J-Dub. That's exactly what I'm doing after. We got to get that picked. It's big, and we have not picked it yet. We were talking about it in the staff room this morning. Some things are more important than others. Nothing's more important than the video. We're still trying to get our theme and make sure we get the right video for the bus. You think I'm playing? I'm not.
No, I know you're not.
I'm not playing. So we're still working on that. That is on my mind right now, believe it or not.
Any extra pressure, Coach, knowing that your boss, the athletic director, the mayor's obviously has some friendly wagers on this game?
You know, I don't go to Las Vegas much, and I don't like to wager, but it's cool to know that my boss and the mayor likes to do those type of things. We'll try to do our part, that's for sure. I really like to make it a point that my boss and the mayor likes me, so we'll do our part.
Anything more for Coach?